welcome to this episode of Cooking with Kinney. My name is Sarah Dattilo. I'm one of the graduate assistants here at the Kinney Center, and I'm so excited to bring you one of my favorite recipes today. We're going to start off with some kitchen safety. Short little video.
Hello! Cooking can be a lot of fun. To make sure everyone has a good time, remember these rules. Before you start cooking, pull back long hair and roll up your sleeves so they don't get in the way. Wash your hands for 20 seconds or as long as it takes to sing the happy birthday song 2 times. Make sure the countertop or table where you're cooking is clean. Set out all the tools and ingredients you'll need. Now you're ready to cook. Always ask permission and have adult help. You should have an adult with you anytime you cook. Be careful with sharp knives and tools. Let an adult cut or ask them to help you, and always pick sharp tools up by the handle. Wash your hands again after you handle food, especially raw meat. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue or your elbow if you have to sneeze or cough. Wash your hands right away. Use pot holders to keep your hands safe when you touch hot pans, baking dishes, or other tools. Most importantly, if you get hurt, tell an adult right away. When you're done cooking, turn off the oven, stove, and any other appliances you used before you leave the kitchen. Clean up yourself by washing the countertop and any dishes you used. And make sure to say thank you. Happy cooking!
So yeah, that was just a quick little video about kitchen safety. And today's recipe, again, is one of my favorites, spaghetti meatballs. So some items you'll need for this meal are spaghetti, a jar of marinara sauce, some pre-made meatballs, some Parmesan cheese, 2 medium to large pots, a strainer, and a cooking spoon. So your first step, you're going to start by boiling some water. So you'll start by grabbing one of your pots and you're going to fill it about halfway with water. And you're going to place that pot onto your stove. And this next part might look a little different depending on if you have a gas, electric stove, or whatever you might have. But you're going to turn the stove on high on that burner that your pot is on. And you're going to wait about 5 to 10 minutes for the water to boil. And once your water is ready, it'll look a little something like this. You can see the larger bubbles at the top of the water line. So that's what you're going to be looking for. Step 2, you're going to start by cooking the pasta. So you're going to open up your box of pasta and you could gather it in your hand like the image below, or if you feel more comfortable, you could just dump the pasta just straight from the box. Just depends what you're more comfortable with. And just make sure whatever you end up doing, do it slowly because we don't want any of the water coming and splashing up back at you. And then once your pasta is added, use your cooking spoon to push the pasta back into the water and stir to prevent any of the noodles from sticking together. And you would cook the pasta as directed on the box. This is usually about 7 to 8 minutes, but it could vary depending on what kind of pasta you choose to use. For step 3, you're going to strain the pasta. So once it is cooked, so you waited that 7 to 8 minutes, and it's ready to go, you're going to turn the burner off and you're going to grab your strainer and place it into the sink. And you're going to grab the sides of the pot with the pasta in it. Depending on what kind of pot you have, you might need to use oven mitts, just depending. And you're going to walk over to the sink, but be super careful, make sure no one's around and you're not going to hit anybody with the hot pot in front of you. So be super careful during that step. And then you're going to slowly tilt the pot over the strainer to pour the water and pasta out of the pot. You can see in the image below, that's what this person's doing. So just make sure the pasta is landing in the strainer, not in the sink. And then step 4, so you're going to heat the sauce and the meatballs. So grab another pot and place it onto the stove. And open your jar of marinara sauce and pour it into the pot. Don't pour too fast though. We don't want it splashing back up at you again. It wouldn't hurt. It would just get marinara sauce on your shirt. And then you're going to open your pre-cooked meatballs and pour those into the pot as well. Again, pour slowly. Adding that to the liquid sauce might splash back up at you. And once both are put in the pot, turn the burner to medium heat and cook until the sauce and meatballs are hot. This might take a bit, so you could start this step around the time that you start boiling the water, but it's up to you. And then step 5, you're gonna serve and enjoy. So make sure all your burners and the stove are off. Get out your favorite plate or bowl, depending, and add some of the pasta to the plate, then add some sauce and some meatballs. And then if you'd like, which is always my favorite part, the Parmesan cheese, you can sprinkle some of that on top of your pasta and meatballs, and it's time to enjoy with the whole family. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Cooking with Kinney. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in future videos. If you want, I would love to see everyone's creations, or comment how it went. So feel free to send us pictures of your meal that you guys created together, or leave a comment below. And looking forward to seeing you next time at Cooking with Kinney.